Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or non-binary, no matter how you relate to yourself. You are all united here. Welcome to the Into the Breach channel. I will be your caster today, Wixenio, for this best of one ESEA matchup, and both teams have been playing and finding a decent bit of form this season, so this is for sure going to be a very entertaining match, and we are off firing. It's Illuminar finding 2 frags early on. Can a third be found? Not just yet. Shots are whiffing all over the place into the breach. Fire back. That will be Dobbo. Cyclone trades back himself. Iska's found one. Mary finds one of his own, but all the kills just go in favour of Illuminar Gaming just. And they will find the first pistol round of the match. So Zahn, early Molotovs coming out from Illuminar to stop this potential into the breach rush. And so far, it's done its job. Bomb, standard drop. However, Cyclone, he could have been caught peeking a little bit too far there. But Tadpole gets the job done. Zahn drops, so does Cyclone eventually as well. So into the breach, despite the poor buy, they have the round advantage, and they are yet to drop a player. 2 players left alive for Illuminar Gaming. 2 players to find for Into the Breach to tie this one up at 1 apiece. And you can never ever count out teams nowadays with the Deagle buys. If your aim is on point and it finds its target, this is what it does. MP 9 kills coming in as well, obviously picked up from Illuminar Gaming's bodies, and that's going to give Tadpole a bit of extra monies going forward. So all in all, a very, very strong round for Into the Breach, despite what is going to be considered the most definite disadvantaged buy. And the rotation is heading towards A. Who's our player? Number 0, Tadpole, has cleared out B. He is saying, Oscarish is nowhere near here, lads. Make your way here. And they have done just that. Smokes will go down. And Oscarish is really going to want to stay alive here because he has an M4, and those are very costly. You do not want to lose those. If he can get those in to the next round, they can potentially consider a force buy. But, you know, still not the end of the world. The M4, if the aim is accurate, especially with like the Mac 10 and MP9, which I'll be surprised if it gets upgraded for Into the Breach. I mean, the M4 can get 2 kills off the rip, no problem. And suddenly you have the 2-man advantage. So if this does get saved, it's a small positive for Illuminar Gaming. It looks like it will. We are tied up at 1-1. So Into the Breach, fire back. And they will talk this one over. M4 saved as well, so Cypher's going to bring that one into round number 3. Famous, AK, and 2 SMGs. So it's a bit here and everywhere, the Into the Breach buy, but it is decent nevertheless. And the Deagle force buy coming out from Illuminar, backed up by the M4, is what they have to answer for Into the Breach. And there it is. Oscarish, just like that, finds first blood of the round. And more flashes coming in, more aggression coming out of Illuminar Gaming early on in round number 3. However, Into the Breach just look to be breaching out B site. 2 players left up mid. That can punish you if you do not get going. However, Cyclone's finding some kills. Arn's finding one as well. Oscarish finds 3 in the round. And they have 3 players stay alive. So apparently so far, buy Deagles and you just win the round. And it's now 2-1 on Ancient. There's a lot of splashing is going on in T-Spawn. A lot of pistols being dropped over and things, so I'd imagine. Eagle, Tech 9, 3 AKs, so it's still a decent buy for Into the Breach. And Illuminar Gaming, they do not want to be getting complacent here, otherwise we could see the exact same thing we saw in round number 2, which was Into the Breach winning despite the poor buy. And here is another early mid push out of Cyclone and Mary. Is that going to be a sign of things to come in this first half? Flash comes in, the kills will come in to back it up. Mary finds one, and I'd imagine they're just going to dip, but they're not. They're just going to continue to press the issue here. 2 kills get found in Cyclone's crosshair, and just like that, Illuminar Gaming get their 3rd round on the board. So a very, very quick start for Illuminar Gaming. Into the Breach, we are still yet to see a complete full buy. We should see one next round for Into the Breach with this full Glock eco or save, should I say. Adam's actually found a dink here in mid, but he's going to be caught out by Oscarish very quickly. If it wasn't the HE grenade, it was most definitely the M4. Bogdan looking to push, gather some info. He does find Tadpole. Head will be cut clean off by the AK-47 bullet. Oscarish having a hot start will find the final kill of the round. And this is the important round for Into the Breach because they're in just force save territory here. Or force eco, should I say. Especially if the plants aren't coming in. So we have our first buy versus buy round. And let's see what comes of it. Zahn. More early anti-rush presence coming in. Molotovs and HE grenades being used. Cyclone is all the way up, and he has found 2. That's going to be something that Into the Breach need to start countering if they want success on the T side, because Cyclone, he is going to destruct every single player in his way. It's all on Dobbo. 1 versus 5. He's found 1. He's going to need to find 4 more. There's the second, but it's too much to handle. 5-1 the scoreline for Illuminar. Stopping Cyclones pushes in mid is definitely going to be something they need to keep an eye on. Otherwise they're going to have a lot of problems. So, push will be heading towards A this time round. Probably a good choice considering how unsuccessful the B site has been for them. And look at this, they're straight on the A site. Before I even finished my sentence, they're on the A site. Shots are coming in. HE grenades are being thrown out. A kill does get found. Dobbo survives with 2 HP and a dream. He isn't going to survive for much longer, though. Plant does go down. So it's not the worst, even though the result is not going to be looking too good here for Into the Breach. Defuse will come in as well as the kills. But like I said, not a poor round for Into the Breach. Obviously not the W that they would have wanted, but not disastrous. You get the plant, your money is flowing once again. You have a decent buy, should be a full buy coming in. So you're still in a good spot. You just need to start winning rounds soon. So Zahn, once again, early utility usage coming out from Illuminar to stop rushes onto the B site. And maybe that's something that Into the Breach can look to counter. Wait for the early utility usage, then you can start making your hit whilst the CTs are stuck with no Molotov smokes. You know, try and bait out the utility. It will be interesting to see how they do play out the rest of their T side. We are pretty much halfway through the first half after the 1 minute mark, and Adam is out on site. Dobbo's going to find Adam, but the kills are going to be going into the Breach's favour once again. And this should be their second round on the board for them. As long as everything goes to plan, it looks like the save's just going to be called here. This may heavily rely on Cyclone finding a couple kills. Oh boy, the body blocked one. He had one player in his crosshair. He does eventually find it. He's going to be shot in the back, but not before he finds two. That man's on an absolute rampage today. Oh my goodness. And the save is no longer going to be coming in. And it's all on Isk. 1v1. Smoke goes down. Can he find a player in the smoke? It's getting awkward. He does have a kit and he's going to find it. How do Into the Breach lose the round? And match pause, definitely one that's going to leave the Into the Breach players scratching their heads. They had that in their hands. And they were probably talking about what's going to be happening in round number 9. But if you count your chickens before they hatch, you are going to be most likely getting it wrong. And that is what's happened here. 7-1 the scoreline now for Illuminar. And as this timeout finishes, just a quick shout out to our sponsors, G2A.com. If you haven't already, given them a visit over on G2A.com, of course, go ahead. Black Friday sales coming up. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of sales for games and all that jazz over there. So please do give them a visit. Thank you to our sponsors, G2A.com. We are alive once again and rolling in round number 9. And Isk is definitely not going to want to be dwelling on that last round too much. I've got to say, he wasn't left in the best of situations. And it was props to the Cyclone Frank, which found 2. There's 1, but there's the quick trade back. And 2 kills of Orange are on the kill feed. So, Into the Breach have the man advantage. Can they capitalise on it this time round? Utility being used over onto this B side, but are they going to expect Zahn to be this pushed up? Hisk isn't surely going to find the kill, and he doesn't. Adam gets found as well. Cypher gets the kill back, and it's a 2 versus 2. But the problem is they don't know where the players are from Illuminar, but Cypher has the reactions to counter that problem. And he has 3 in the round. Dobbo needs to buddy up with him here, because Oscarish is going to be looking to counter this 1v2 and pull a rabbit out the hat once again for his side. Being extremely cautious onto the B site, and understandably so. After round 8, HE grenade is going to collapse onto Cypher just in time, and it does stop the bomb being planted. Oscarish misses a shot, and so does Dobbo. So the bomb does eventually go down, and here we go, folks. 1 versus 1 situation. Who has the fastest finger? Who can outwit the other? Oscar is creeping up now. Dobbo has found himself in the corner. The spray does connect, but it's not enough to get a kill. The leg shot also comes in. The pistol gets the job done. Into the Breach have another advantageous situation slip through their fingers. And Illuminar Gaming are now 8-1 in the lead. Early damage, I'm going to say it again, early utility usage out of Illuminar Gaming. Sprays going down, Cypher finds the kill. Cyclone quickly trades back, and he has been a big problem for Into the Breach so far. I'm going to check the scoreboard after this round, but not long before, Mary finds one as well. That'll be Dobbo dropping out, so it's a 3 versus 4, maybe a 3 versus 2. Tadpole finds 2, and suddenly the man advantage swings to Into the Breach once again. Can they find a round off of it? They've had 2 chances the last 2 times they've had that man advantage, and they have struggled to win out the round. Can they do it this time round? 10th round. You don't have many rounds in the first half left, and they will not be happy for sure. And the fans of Into the Breach won't be happy if they finish the first half with 1 round on the board, considering really how many rounds they should really have after the first round. Oscarish is ready for this push on the B site. And oh boy, he has some awful timing, but it doesn't matter. Kill gets found. And so does the second. How's he fired that shot? Surely not the third. This man's on fire. 2 versus 1 for Illuminar. 20 seconds left. Isk needs to get moving here, but the crossfire's in. It's going to be too difficult. And just like that, once again, Illuminar get the job done. Somehow. And it's all down to just moments of brilliance. Oscarish is 12 for 1. How does that happen? Zahn is going to throw out early utility, but it's not going to stop this Into the Breach push coming in quick. But the flank is on, and it's going to be Bogdan finding 2 kills. Make that 1 kill, excuse me. He has yet to find this kill. Mary will back him up. And just like that, we'll be on to the next one. Round 12 coming up, and it's a 10-1 scoreline. And here we go. Zahn, once again. The utility usage, and it's a lot of damage onto Adam. Mary is up mid, but it's not long before Cypher finds the first frag and Into the Breach have the man advantage again. And I'm going to pretend that I actually have noticed that Cyclone is called Cyclone all this time. And I will have that resolved at the end of this round. But let's see what happens. Isk finds another frag, and surely 5 versus 2 situation. Into the Breach, get it done. Surely they can get their second round on the board. However, Oscarish is on the frag, but Isk is quick to fire back with one of his own. Zahn needs to get the job done. 1 versus 4. And this bomb is going down. And Zahn can't do anything about it. Cypher gets the final kill, and Into the Breach finally get another round on the board. And let's see. He can't be unmuted. He cannot be unmuted. You are seeing this for yourselves. See? Can't be done. So I'm going to have to do a bit of research, aren't I? Let's have a look during this break, shall we? Thank you for someone for reminding me in chat. And I'm sure someone will like to correct me if I'm wrong. But will that 5th player be Tomiko by any chance? Please let me know. And I can correct that issue. Thank you for letting me know. Cypher getting aggressive. I was going to say Donut, but he's not in Donut. He is pushing straight towards A, and he's going to be running into an Oscarish AWP if he's not too careful. Flashes come out. Oscarish is blind, and there is the frag. A site wide open. And Mary is the first contact here. Ooh, Dink does go on to Cypher. 11 HP left, and the bomb has gone down, so Illuminar needs to get moving here. Isk holding the angles with the AWP. He has been firing quite well in the last few rounds. Stopper fires one, Cypher fires another. And And this should be an Illuminar round, but how many times have I said that this game so far? And Into the Breach only have 2 rounds to play with. So they do look like, with that save being called from both the CTs, both of these players lurking in mid. That third round is going to be on to the Into the Breach side. So, if someone wants to correct me in chat, is that Tomoko? I don't know. You might not even know. Could be Coach, for all I know, because ESEA have him perma muted. Bogdan. Oh boy, Oscarish is up aggressive, and so is Zahn, as he will collapse onto the T players. Finds 4 between them, and Adam is last left, 1v4. Finds the first quickly. He has 1 minute 20 to play with, but these CTs are just going to collapse on him. And he's going to check every single corner. Sound cues are going to be heard. Mary is there waiting. And the bullets will connect. So, across the board, 3 players for Illuminar Gaming have a combined 49 or 44 kills in just 14 rounds. That's quite superb. Adam finds first blood thanks to Cypher's flash. Quick trade back onto Siphon. How does Adam miss that shot? That looked bang on. Doesn't make any mistake the second time round. And that should be the whole of the B site open. They need to grab this bomb though. And with Bogdan on the flank, I'm not sure if there's going to be enough time. Isk finds Mary. Oh, flash comes in. Perfect. Isk will be found. So it's a 3 versus 2. This bomb is yet to go down as it's need to be picked up. Spray is not connecting on point, and Dobbo enters the matrix while putting the bomb down and gets to live another day. Bogdan in a 1 versus 3. They know where he is because of the previous shots. He will be found. And Into the Breach finished the half with 4 rounds on the board. So, whilst we wait for the second half to get underway, just want to thank you all for joining us this evening. Or morning, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I don't think it actually... no, it could be the afternoon somewhere in the world, because America's 5 hours behind. But regardless, let us know your predictions in chat. Because Into the Breach, overall, it wasn't a terrible half. Because they were getting themselves into positions to actually win rounds. They just weren't capitalising on their chances, really. And this could easily be like a 9-6 at this point for Into the Breach that I know of. I mean, 3v1 or wherever it was twice. So, you know, 11-4 though is still not disastrous. You win the pistol, you win the buy rounds, you're back in the game. And that is definitely what Into the Breach are going to need to be doing if they want to win this evening. Tomoko is straight up to be inner. And just like that, he has full control. They've had to dip out. Tadpole, though, is going to find a frag, but not long before 3 kills in the kill feed are from Illuminar Gaming players. Make that 4. Zahn has 2 in a round. Spray coming down through the smoke. He runs out of bullets. Mary's going to clean him up. 12-4. Illuminar win both pistols in this best of 1. Early smoke coming in, but little do they know, they're going to be up against the USPs here. This should be an absolute clean sweep, but Tomoko is the only player with a Mac 10. Flashes come in, job gets done, but not quite good enough. It's a 3v2, make that 2v2. Tadpole finds 2 USP frags somehow. And that may encourage the Illuminar Gaming players to head towards A, but it looks like they're just going to be looking to get some weapons out of the hands of Into the Breach. Just throwing weapons out the map by the looks of it. Surely they don't leave the AK there. Maybe they will. They're just going to push B just like that. And it's all on Tadpole with a Mac 10 and a dream. Can he keep the hopes alive? He does not have the HP or accuracy to do so. Illuminar Gaming 13-4 up. And this is going to be a big telltale round for Into the Breach. They need to find some rounds soon, if not now. Because Illuminar Gaming are 3 round wins away, from finding the win this evening. Oscarish is definitely going to be a player that you want to get out of the round as soon as possible. And they've done just that. Adam finds the frag. And that's a good start, but Mary trades back. So it's a 4v4 situation early on in round number 18. Quick maths. And Mary is looking to do some more damage. Creeping, well, I was going to say creeping through the smoke. He does hit the brake pedal. And Dobbo, he's going to need to find at least 2 here to make this winnable. If not, it's going to be very awkward. There's 1, there's 2. Cannot find a 3rd, but his job has been done. They have the man advantage. Can they do it? No, they can't. It's not looking like they can. 2v2, but Tadpole fires back with one of his own. Tomoko gets caught with his pants down in CT. Cypher is on a flank as well, and if he speeds up, he will be finding Zahn some point soon. And I think he may have seen him. Tadpole does, though. The fuse will come in, and that is a huge round win for Into the Breach. Illuminar Gaming, after a strong T-side start, despite the plant coming in, they're not going to have enough money coming into this round. So a deagle buy or a half buy may be the call for some of these players. And it looks like that is the case. Those who can afford it have bought up a deagle and armor. But it's Into the Breach with 4 rifles and an SMG. Dobbo showing that early presence towards A, and with the way he was firing in the last round, maybe A is at the bottom of their list for Illuminar Gaming to push. Adam is playing Donut as well, but all the action right now is over on the B side. It looks like we're going to have some right now. Cypher sees the shadow. The spray finally connects after the bullets are fired. Isk will fire as well for 1. And Adam gets up mid. Pretty standard kill. Should be finding that with that weapon with no armor. Tadpole. It's a clean round for Into the Breach so far. And this is going to be doing the money. Very, very good dividends. Mary is in a 1v5. And even if he could get some damage done, it will be seen as a success. He cannot do so. And Into the Breach pull another one back. So here we go. AKs and utility comes out. It's not full utility because that plant did not come in. It is going to be full utility for Into the Breach. So Into the Breach here have some momentum behind their 18-wheeler right now, it feels like, especially after a 5-kill-0 round. And look at this start. Dobber finds 2 blind, finds the 3rd with vision. Oscarish will trade out, but Cypher is straight there to trade back. 4 versus 1 situation now. Bogdan has it all to do, and with the bomb dropped in mid, this round is near impossible for his side. And Adam is there ready. 180s finds Bogdan, and it's 7-13. Illuminar Gaming still sit 3 rounds away from taking the match this evening. Into the Breach, just taking it 1 round at a time, getting some wins when they can, keeping the rounds clean. That's really all you can do at in this situation that you left yourself in. And it's a B rush, is it? The utility coming out from into the breach as well. So that rush is going to have to be left at a standstill. Like the M25 every workday morning. If you know, you know. Adam gets dinked through the box, I think, or through the panels, and he's going to have to back up. Damage is done from both sides, but, oh my goodness, I was going to say, into the breach have the HP advantage. They definitely don't now. Tadpole finally fires back, but they're on the B site, and Tadpole's going to need to find a few more. He does just that. 2 goes onto his name, but it's all on Dobbo. The kills somehow have got in favour for Illuminar. The orb's been picked up for Zahn as well. So the weapon, if that AWP can get saved, it's going to save the T's a lot of money going forward. And it's going to be causing to the breach a lot of problems. No, oh, I was going to say no kit. He does have a kit. Zahn is going to be naded out. And oh my goodness, it's Mary with barely any damage. Picks up the AWP. Is he going to peek though? Does he have the bravery? He does. But Dobbo punishes him for it. He sticks off the defuse with it being half a second left. He gets the job done. Enough time for that second defuse attempt to come in successful. And into the breach. Have 8 on the board. And it's a decent streak for Into the Breach now. AK's come in once again. Full utility this time. Thanks to that plant. And with every round that Into the Breach win from this point, you've got to be considering them not down and out just yet. I did say at the start of the second half, 11-4 is not a convincing scoreline if you win the pistol. They didn't win the pistol, but they did win the buy rounds, and they're winning them clean Into the Breach. And this is what has made this comeback possible. Oscarish needs to find something in his game that he was doing in the first half. Tomiko is just squeezing out here. Is does find him. Flash comes in. It connects. Flash and Cypher gets 3. Or excuse me, he gets 2. Adam finds 1. That's not going to matter who gets the kills, as long as the kill feed is filled with blue. And Into the Breach get another round on the board. I'm thinking now, is that 5 rounds on the bounce? No, it's definitely not 5 rounds. It's got to be 4 rounds on the bounce. So, very, very good second half for them so far. 1-for-1 trade comes in early on. And that is not going to stop this push coming in, especially when one player is playing the A site. And this push will look to continue coming out. But actually, it's going to be a lurk out for Tomiko here. Tomiko is trying to find any information he can to relay over to his teammates to make their push. And Zahn finding a kill. Tomiko's just going to call this A side clear. I think he's doing that just now. And with these Illuminar Gaming players not out on B yet, surely the rotation has to be a strong consideration here. It is just that. Oscarish will get legged. It must have been through something because he's still got 59 HP. But will they know? Tomiko's in CT. No, they will not. Isk trades back with a nice shot. And it's a 2v2 situation. And it's not. Bogdan finds 1. And that's going to be huge. Tadpole's on the flank. Did he see the player run towards B? Or no, he's back towards A and maybe Tadpole. Does he hear the info? Does he hear any sound cues? He's going to know it's A now. As the beeps from the C4 enter the eardrums of Tadpole and his headset. And Tadpole, he has the read here. He has the read perfect. And the momentum continues to stay with Into the Breach. The knifing on the body, a bit of bad mouthing comes in. As sometimes you see it, comebacks start coming in. The mental warfare also starts coming in as well. And we're seeing that right here, right now. Into the Breach have double digits now on their side of the scoreline. And this one is edging ever so much more closer. Tadpole getting aggressive, man of the moment, but Mary finds Adam up mid, and that's going to cause Into the Breach a lot of problems going forward. Cypher finds one, and he finds it pretty clean. Only 3 HP worth of damage taken. Mary, he's got a set of balls on him here to sneak through the smoke like this. Cypher will find one. This finds Mary eventually, and it's a 3 versus 2 situation. The man advantage for Into the Breach once again. They struggle to connect on them in the first half. Can they do so now? Tadpole's got aggressive. He finds the kill. It's a huge one because it leaves Bogdan in a 1 versus 3. He's been left in a few situations like this. He has not connected, especially on this T side. And he's got it all to do. He is working his way towards B, as we are going to stay on board with Bogdan to see how he clutches this one out without X-Ray. We are in the tank with Bogdan. And we are seeing pretty much exactly his POV, excluding the HUD. Let's see how he does. 30 seconds left on the clock, and as the time ticks, you've got to think he has less and less chance of winning the round because these players for Into the Breach are just going to close in on the site. Smoke comes in. That sound cue is going to be heard. Bullets will connect, but it's not enough to find a frag. And it's Tadpole just backing off to wait for some reinforcements to find it. Does just that. The kills come in. And Into the Breach have 11 on the board. And correct me if I'm wrong, this may be 7 rounds in a row. I think it's 7 rounds in a row for Into the Breach. So, despite losing the pistol, it's been a very good second half from Into the Breach. And I've just seen someone say, Jack, it almost feels like the players have switched teams. It really does. It's all Into the Breach in the second half. Mary is straight out mid. What's this aggression? He finds Adam once again. He's had his number in mid the last few rounds. Dobbo fires back. Into Donuts he goes. And is it going to be a Krispy Kreme or is it going to be an out-of-date one? As the flank comes in from Tadpole, he finds 2. He doesn't even realise straight away. Frank is continuing to come in. And it's all on Oscarish. Nothing can be done. Into the Breach pull their way back in. They are suddenly 1 round away from tying this best of 1 up. And what a comeback it has been. Match pause coming in as well. So I'd imagine this is out of Illuminar Gaming's camp. You've just got to work out how you stop Into the Breach right now. They are essentially tied to the tracks with an absolute freight train with Into the Breach written on the front of it, and it's coming straight at them. That is exactly how this second half feels right now. And I've got to say as well, give credit where it's due. Tadpole, he has been firing on all cylinders in this second half. He is now officially the top fragger in the server. So that is definitely a positive coming out of the Into the Breach camp. They were struggling to find frags in the first half. That has not been the issue in the second, but this is going to be an issue for Illuminar Gaming. Cypher finds 2 on ramp once again. Tadpole is going to have to trade back here. He does just that. This man is absolutely everywhere right now, as Into the Breach look like they're in pole position to get this one tied up at 13 apiece. And there you have it. Dobbo gets the job done. We are tied up once again. The last time we were tied up is when it was 1-1. Illuminar Gaming won the pistol. Into the Breach won the force buy with the Deagles. And then Illuminar Gaming won the following round with a force buy of Deagles. And let's see how both sides play out this round. It is a very intense round as Isk Has he snuck up without any sound cues here? He's got to dodge the flash, and Tomiko gets out alive somehow. Leg shot comes in, props to his jump. That is why you jump if you're expecting an AWP. For that reason, he still has a gun in hand, and he is not spectated, but he is now. He will be sitting out the rest of this round, 1 minute 20 seconds, watching his teammates try and win the 4v5. It's a 4-man stack on the B side right now. And Dobbo, he's going to hear these nades coming out here. And will that attract a rotation? Cypher has another crucial kill on B ramp. And is Cypher going to get some poor time in here? He's going to expect the B side to be absolutely clear. And with that kill feed being lit up in blue once again, Into the Breach need to win a 5 versus 1 to finally take their first lead of this match. They have not led the whole game. They are about to do so now. 14-13. The comeback has been done. They now need to hold the lead to win the match. The hard work has been done. They need to win 2 rounds before Illuminar win 3 essentially. And Into the Breach will be crowned your winners this evening. And this is why you can never ever give up in the game of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Anything can happen. Your form can be found out of absolutely nowhere. And we're seeing it happen in front of our eyes right here, right now. Cypher, early damage on a nice flank up. B finds Tomiko, and that's going to be huge. He finds 2. This man is on an absolute rampage. We saw it in the first round. Out of Tomiko, we're now seeing an absolute carbon copy performance out of Cypher. But the B site is open for a plant. The rotation's coming in though. Dobbo's on the flank, and it's all on Zahn to get the 1v4 in. And it's not going to be done. 2 match points onto the side of Into the Breach. They have a minimum of overtime. They have 2 rounds to find 1 win. And they will be crowned the winners, and they will go 6-2 up. 6 wins, 2 losses in their ESEA advanced season. So, can Illuminar find something from somewhere? Because right now, Dobbo has found first blood, and their backs are right up against the wall now, and the mountain is looking ever so much more steep. Tomiko's out on site. Zahn is continuing to push with his teammate Mary. Adam cannot find the frags. Mary will burn in the flames though, thanks to Adam's shots. And it's a 3v3 situation. Zahn, for some reason, we are staying on board with Zahn. Apparently, Auto Director seems to love him. Cyclone is getting frags down, but Isk can get the job done. He finds 2, and it's a 3 versus 1 to win the match out of absolutely nowhere. It's going to be 12 rounds on the bounce to win the match. Shit, it's done right there. Defuse will come in out of Tadpole. The Illuminar game players leave the server immediately. And it's a big congratulations to Into the Breach this evening. What a comeback after a disastrous first half. 12 rounds on the spin, on the bounce in a row. No matter how you say it, it doesn't get much better than that. As Into the Breach win this match this evening, 16-13. Thank you all for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you the game. If you want to keep up to date with me, Wixenio, my @ on Twitter is in the stream title. And if you haven't followed Into the Breach already on Twitter, make sure you do that as well. I will hope to see you all again next time. And before we go, just another big thank you and a big shout out to our sponsors, G2A.com. Buy games cheaper, and make sure that you head over to their website. Black Friday sales coming up. I can nearly guarantee that G2A are going to have a sale at some point on some really, really good games. So please go and give them a look. Please go and head over to the website and grab yourself a new game. Thank you all, folks, once again. It's been an absolute pleasure. My name is Wixenio, and I will be signing out this evening. Goodbye.